It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 50 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion right, LLe-ge-nd. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they'll audible to something else. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Rattler. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. You ain't doing nothing,
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
You ain't going nowhere. Like 56, Mike 56. Go, go, go.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Fighting through. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Play action. Now Williams. And that is incomplete here.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was supposed to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Second and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D.
On second down, here's Williams. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
This is 2nd and 8. To the air, Williams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
56. Mike 56.
To throw, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Kamara. And he's got room. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 38-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Throwing is Rattler. Throwing out right here, caught by LLe-ge-nd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 78 yards. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Rattler. Steps away to his left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's go.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's 2nd and 10.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
Throwing is Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. $131 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kendre Miller, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are back within a score. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and throw with Williams. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion right, LLe-ge-nd. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They run it again with Kamara. There he goes, right side. Alvin Kamara. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 5. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Williams again, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jamal Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Late groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Saquon Barkley high in the air to bring it in. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. LLe-ge-nd on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Kamara try the right side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here we go with Williams. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts, eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it here. This is Smith with a grab. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here on the... EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right, and they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's the veteran Jamal Williams. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd down, Rattler to the air. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Pacheco once again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
It's complete, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-0. They said, we'll go for 2, 1 up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
3rd down and 6. To the air is Rattler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. Little short pass here to Hill. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run again with Hunt. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Hunt will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown!
Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
And he's got it. So the try for two is successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7. Rattler working out of the gun.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Now Rattler.
Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Second down and 6 now. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 47-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chiefs.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he's...
And Hunt will find his way in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that part there. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy,
37 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. And he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On first down, Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come out in the pistol. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. The secondary, they come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.